Hi Pisces, so this is going to be your May overview tarot reading. So take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse energies as you see fit. Doesn't resonate, kindly check your other placements or I'll catch you in the next one, yes? Also kindly like, share and subscribe my videos, show some engagement, honey, your girl needs your support, and that's how you add your energy to the collective as well, That's how I'm more prone to pick up your energy into my collective readings. It's you. Show me Pisces. I don't know how to pronounce this, the freeborn. I don't know. Great. I have no idea. Seriously, how do you pronounce this word? But whoever this woman is, it's inspired from Women of Westeros Oracle Guidebook. It's inspired from the series of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragons. So it's the Freeborn. I feel like it's from the Game of Thrones. Somebody who, the character that the Jon Snow was in love with. I have no idea. I might be wrong too. Let's see. Let's see the Freeborn for you. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. It's like you're trying to free your chains from an old way of being, an old way of relationships. You're trying to free your legs to move about the cabin and to have a new beginning for yourself, and it's requiring a lot of fight, but you are telling me that you are ready to be bold. You're ready to be bold. 83, let's read the message here that it wants to tell you about. Yeah, the freeborn. Society and the powerful people that run it put all sorts of negative ideas into our heads to keep us small and easily controlled. Right now, you're being called to remember who you were before you internalized all these rules. Freedom is your right. Commit to doing one act, even a small one, that reminds you that your destiny is yours alone to control. So yeah, you might be in a situation that might feel controlling, or you like you're being boxed into a certain category, you're being categorized, you're being, I don't know, generalized into a certain person or a certain box, that this is your role and this is what you're supposed to do, this is the right thing for you, this is the wrong thing for you, and things like that. And even doing one thing, one act, or taking one action, one step, anything in a particular direction could prove that to yourself that you are a free agent, that you don't need other people around you, that you can be your own person, and that you still have free will. And so we all do. But then again, some people are more prone, in the name of power and in the name of control, to take it away from you, to make you fearful, to make you realize that you need them and that you need these rules in order to succeed. But then, don't get me wrong, you're a social being. We are supposed to be socially complacent, but not all that much. All right, you are supposed, there's life is balancing up between a healthy sense of individuality, who you are as a person, and also understanding who you are as a social being, relationally speaking, who you are, and individually who you are. What would you do in your own self-interest, and what would you do in the name of societal sort of foundations? It's a healthy balance between the both of it. Any extremities of the two can represent codependency as well as selfishness, like narcissism to codependency. Let's pull out 3 cards for you. Two of Cups again wanted to pop out. All right, stop it. The King of Wands for the general theme of the month. The first half is the Knight of Wands. A lot of fire. Yeah, the boldness attached to you for freedom. Fire is freedom, The Knight of Wands is like that energy that listens to itself. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what my instincts say. And I'm going to follow it. If I'm getting that feeling to move about this direction, I will. Watch me go. I am bold. I'm somebody who's very bold, and I don't take no for an answer. You can't control me. You can't control fire, honey. And that's what you're suggesting me. You're like, enough of the emotional disappointment, sitting in my cabin and doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, expecting for me to be happy here. I am not happy, and I'm willing to take responsibility for my own happiness and my own passions and my own desires. And I'm willing to move towards that which actually inspires me, that gives me a lot of hope, that brings out the best in me. And that's your truth here. That's your truth. You're having to be more like strict with that sort of energy here. It's like, don't try to talk me out of it. It's like, for some reason you feel like people might try to talk you out of whatever you're trying to do here, and you're not having it. It's like, I'm with a strong mind. I'm not going to allow anybody permeate in my headspace, get into my head and tell me that this is what you should be doing and this is what I should be doing. I'm not going to give into the web of how things are supposed to be and how I'm supposed to comply. Yeah, it's some sort of new offer here. some sort of new offer, Ace of Pentacles in 3D reality that you're moving towards. Your heart points towards it. And the more you try to tell yourself that this is not where I want to move, the more you feel unhappy and the more you feel like blah, meh. Like, let's see the King of Wands. You have a lot of fire in your chart, or you identify yourself, or you're having to be brave momentarily, and that's why you're pulling out Wand in your energy here for some reason, because Wand is boldness as well. It's nerve, it's bold, it's warm, it's like, get out of my way, this is where I'm going, get out of my way. You're either with me or you're in my way. So let's see the King of Wands for you. Again, reverse energies as you see fit, or I might be seeing your future as well. So there you go. The Knight of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Again, I told you, the Knight of Cups. Yeah. It's like you were acting from a sense of Knight of Swords in the past. And that's how you were balancing up with things around you. And it's like, no, I want more of my heart space to be here. I want more of my, I don't know, I want to do something for my heart space. Things seem pretty stable in your life right now. Things are pretty balanced. Your everyday life is pretty balanced in your life. Like you're contracted to a lot of things around yourself in your life, be it work, be it relationships, be it family, be it friends. You give something of yourself to everything around you, and it gives back to you similarly. But there's not much emotions attached to it. Don't get me wrong. You're hyped up for it. You take action. You show up. When you show up for work, for relationships, for the people around you that you've contracted yourself to. Six of Pentacles, right? But you want like, I'm still unhappy. Like, this is not enough for me, right? If you're telling me that this is all there is to life, I am not willing to accept it for myself. I am somebody who's a romantic. I want my expression of heart to flow out there, to give to somebody, to love somebody, to love and to be in love, to be passionate and to be crazy about somebody else. There's more to life than just the daily mundane stuff that I'm giving to. I'm pro at it. I'm good at it. Don't get me wrong. But I want my heart space too in here. I want something. I would want my heart space to be out there as well, to find some sort of avenue for its expression. The Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Four of Cups. Yeah, there's something. Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Ace of Swords too. I was just looking, and that's what I saw here. So it's like your instinct is pointing you towards somebody specific here, and you're shying away from it. Are you fearing that you might be emotionally rejected? Whatever cup you are trying to give to somebody, offer to somebody, there might have been a fear that might have kept you in the dark, or might have kept you from taking action or take off in this particular direction, to be so bold and present your emotions towards somebody specific here. And you're like, you know what? That's not the best of me. That says that for the sake of fear of rejection, or that I might be potentially rejected, don't take action. Because then we will never take action on anything, because there's always a potential of failure in everything that we do. Everything is a 50-50 risk, right? So it's like you're telling yourself that enough of that fear of me within me. It's trying to tell me that, trying to control my actions as well. This fear has been controlling my actions. At the back of my head, there's one sort of situation, that thought, that secret thought in the back of my head that tries to whisper to me like, but Pisces, if they reject you, I mean, you have all these sorts of feelings, but what if they reject you? What if they don't take your cup seriously? What if whatever emotions you present to them and it's not enough for them, that they don't want it, that they tell you that they don't want it? The Three of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords, Temperance, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's some sort of connection that you're trying to, again, the King of Wands. You're very passionate about this person, or this connection here, so to speak. You would like to heal with this person here as well. But for some reason, you feel like I might be rejected, or that it wouldn't be enough. My expression or whatever I have to offer wouldn't be enough for this person. But the thing is, that's your fear talking, honey. That's keeping you from taking action towards this person. That's keeping you, not just taking action towards this person. Let's get it out of the picture. To being true to yourself, to honoring yourself. If you get a feeling, you are supposed to honor yourself, give yourself the dignity and grace and the space to act in your own best interest. The Queen of Pentacles wouldn't be here with the Knight of Wands if you actually, your most stable self, the most understanding of one's high self-worth. That's the Queen of Pentacles. Like, she understands her self-worth. And you're telling me that you know who you are as a person. You know what you bring to the table. You are into stability concepts. You value a lot of realistic output. You value reality. You value passion. You value a lot of things. You are very resourceful. You give a lot. You're very generous as a person. So the best of you, the Queen of Pentacles, is trying to tell you that you are passionate about somebody and that you want to move towards a particular person here, so to speak. But you are trying to give into that, or you were trying to give into that fear of rejection, emotional rejection, that they might not love me back, they might not choose me, they will not choose whatever I have to say. And you're like, enough of that. The best of me says that I should move in this direction, and at least I should represent myself at the end of the day. Even if I get rejected, I'm not going to give in to that fear. I'm going to take action. That's it. I don't care if I am heartbroken at the end of the day. Yeah, because it's the second half of the month. You're like, whatever you have cultivated for yourself, you have achieved a lot. I told you, you have a lot of to give, a lot to give. Don't get me wrong, you have achieved a lot in your life. You're telling me that you're very stable too. You're very stable, grounded, and very resourceful. You have resources around you in the form of connections, in the form of network, in the form of money, in the form of, I don't know, job security, whatever it is. But it doesn't fulfill you. It breaks your heart because you have one piece that is missing in your life, which is the heart space. A space for your heart to feel more welcomed, to feel more loved. It's like, I have created all these big things around me. I have achieved so much in my life, and that adds to my stability and who I am, yes, in a way. But it doesn't fulfill my heart space. Again, you're a water sign. You're going to want love at the end of the day in order to fulfill yourself completely, right? And whatever you have cultivated in the 3D world does not implicate that pentacle does not equal heart space or cups. All right, cups are cups, love is love. It is independent of pentacles. Just because you thought that you could cultivate an independence for yourself does not necessarily mean that it will make you happy, right? For some of you, what you don't see is that you have this fear of losing your independence or your own sense of self, or probably your resources. For some of you, yes, it feels like the fact that you are unhappy, or that you keep on rejecting love, or that you probably are unable to keep love in your life, is not for the lack of wanting it or desiring it. It's for the lack of, honoring it or allowing it to have space in your life, or have parts of you that are equally real. That includes your 3D reality, that includes your relationships, resources, connections. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that by all means throw your will at them and give everything of yourself and put it under their name. Don't do that. I'm not saying that. Be smart. But for some of you, you fear losing your independence here. For some of you, that's your self-sabotaging tendency, is that I want to be single. I want to act single, but I also want love around me. I want love, but I also want to do what I want without having to feel responsible towards anybody else. Like, I don't have to consider anybody else while I make decisions for myself in my life, whenever I do whatever and whenever I want to do. But I'm not supposed to answer you or take into account other people's emotions or into consideration. And that's what has kept you heartbroken in the name of, being unfulfilled in love. And that's the truth that you are recognizing in the second half of the month. Maybe you're unhappy in love, or maybe you are not getting that sort of connection in your life because you enforce that sort of connectivity. Like, through your behavior patterns, you might be like, I'm feeling love for you and I'm willing to give it to you emotionally, but don't try to get too close to my 3D space. Don't try to get too close to my friends or to whatever I've cultivated around myself. Don't try to don't try to connect with whatever I've achieved for myself in the name of family, friends. Don't try to get attached to them. I will not bring you into my inner circle. I will not bring you into that side of my life, so that you'd never get to hurt me in a way that's very personal, that hits home. I'm not going to allow you to get involved with me so that personally or that deeply. I'm not going to deeply root you into my 3D reality so that you become so solid and then you have the capacity to hurt me deeply, right? And that's why you ensure that you don't give them the space, and that's how you ensure that you remain single, or that you act in you're hyper independent as well, like, I don't need you. And by that, it means that you don't need them, you don't want them, and that might imply to other person that, oh, they don't need me, they don't want me, so why am I here? Like, I'm just here to entertain this person or to make them feel good about themselves, and that's it. But when it comes to them, Pisces involving me into their life, they're not even there. That they don't want me to be there. They don't want to involve me in their inner circle or inner activities or shenanigans with their friends or family. They don't want me to meet their friends, their family, or anything else. So what am I doing here? Clearly, what's the purpose? Like, we had our fun for a few months, and now when things are trying to elevate, or if I want to make things serious, they wouldn't behave in a certain way that suggests seriousness on their part. They still keep me at an arm's length, like, don't get into my inner circle. I'm meeting you, I am here, I'm showing you love, but don't tell me that you want to meet my family or my friends and you want to see me who I am with them in my community. Because again, you are in when you are meeting up with somebody new, you are very different, right? In person. But when people see you in your community, like with your friends or around your family, right? You look very different. We all do. Everybody does. So it's kind of like that, so take it as it resonates. Again, reverse energies as you see fit. Somebody else might be doing this and you are frustrated by that as well. It could be, and that might lead, if you're not aware of it, that might lead to another ending here. It's like things are going pretty good, things have took off in a particular direction, and now it's coming to a close. I don't think there is anybody specific here that you would like to move towards. I feel like it's more so you would like to express yourself, you would like to have love, but the fact that you haven't had love of such kind that you imagine yourself in, it's because of your own sense of repetitive self-sabotaging behavior that you cause yourself heartbreak and you end up rejecting yourself. The King of Pentacles, the Temperance. Yeah, you need more healing. You want to express your heart space. It's like you need more healing of the heart space. You need more healing of an understanding of how you want to balance up. And it would require you to stand by your decision about whether you want to give something real of yourself towards other person or not. Because you're telling me you have a very stable world here. You look very stable. You are very stable. Take comfort in the fact that if you have managed to achieve so much, it's not just because you were lucky, right? It's because you are competent. That's why you were able to achieve it. And even if you lose it, you might be able to achieve it again. Think of it like that, right? It's you who built it. So it's you who's the main resource, who's the core of the resource. You can cultivate it again. But if you don't ever open yourself up or take the risk, how will you ever know if a love is an epic love in your life? Yeah, there's some sort of relationship, somebody you're meeting up with, but you're blocking any sort of deeper connectivity with them. You're blocking. It's repetitive in nature. It's repetitive in nature. The Five of Cups again, I told you, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you have a fear of abandonment. That's why. It's very deeply rooted. And since you have achieved so much for yourself, you fear it even more. Like, if things fuck off, if things go wrong, it will go very, very wrong. And I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to. For some of you, it might be a person of the past that you want to connect to. And you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I can go back to them or not. I don't know if I can, if they would even want me. They would block me because the last time I talked to them, they were pretty harsh with me and they blocked me. They shut the door on me quite coldly, that they don't want a relationship, any sort of relationship with me. But I would still like to move towards them and I would like to heal with them. The Temperance card, heal with them. And that would require some sort of emotional vulnerability. And I'm willing to do it. I'm authorizing that sort of connectivity. And this person, even though it's hard for them, they are meeting up with you. They value a lot of truth here. They value a lot of, and I feel like that's what you might be telling them, like, this is what I did in the past. And forgive me, I was very fearful of heartbreak. I was very fearful of losing out on my own independence, or I was fearful of commitment. I was fearful of ingraining you more into my stability, into my inner world, you know? And that's what might have led up to the heartbreak that was caused between you and me. And that's what might have contributed to that sense of abandonment between you and I. And I understand this, and here's me presenting this truth to you. And that's why they are telling me that they require nothing but truth. They require communication on your part. They require honesty on your part. And on the basis of that, they will think if they want to have a relationship with you or not. And I feel like they're complying to that thought. They are trying to establish some sort of connectivity, even though it's hard for them. They're telling me that it's hard for them with the Nine of Wands, but they're telling me that I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try if you're willing to be honest, if you're willing to talk it out, if you're willing to express whatever you experienced and how you fucked up and how I fucked up, then there's a possibility that we could have a good, healthy relationship, however you two define it, however two people define it. It might be a friendship for all I care, or marriage for all I care. I don't know, and I don't care. But the thing is, it's as two people define it. So as long as we are honest with each other about the communication of how things ended, yeah, talking about the ending, it was a long time ago. If you're willing to talk about how things ended and how did you contribute to it and how did I contribute to it, then I'm willing to comply and I'm willing to work it out. Even if it's hard, I'm willing to show up. That's all I have for you, Pisces. I hope this helped and take care.